If you're just joining, my name is Kiki. If you're new, this is my husband, Steve. We own the company called Eat More to Weigh Less. It's a website. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. And basically, we help trainers and clients to understand that you don't have to starve to lose weight. But today, we're talking specifically to those who are already, maybe you're already really into fitness, or the trainers, and you're living the fit life, and your spouse is not on board. Which we did a series on YouTube not too long ago, and it was called Living with a Saboteur. And the Saboteur series was basically just me interviewing him and asking, like, what, like why
do I destroy you?
Yeah, he's not anymore. I said that he's formerly known as Saboteur, but basically that whole series was just me asking him the hard questions that a lot of wives want to know. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes it's the husband. Thank you, Omar, for always sharing and inviting people. So we decided to bring that series to Periscope to ask the same question. So maybe if you have, Trisha said how rude. So maybe if you have a sabotaging spouse, you can ask my former saboteur, why he does that. So John always asks you, why are we eating this? Okay.
Yeah, and I asked that for years too. Like, why are we doing this? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I think we look fine. Like, like, let's go pump some iron and eat cheeseburgers.
He was
and
not
blah,
feeling
blah, blah.
anything about the fit life. So last week we went over the number one reason, because we talked a few times, and this was the one thing that always came back down to, that he said in the beginning was his main reason for kind of just like taking a stance against me. And his reason was that it like, they don't know, like, your spouse doesn't really believe you. Like, if you are anything like me, to where you have maybe a history of fad dieting, or you just kind of like jump on one craze and off, and then off again. He always says, Jess, I lifted today. Yes. So like, they don't always believe it. So if you're like jumping from craze to craze, and you're doing all these fad diets all the time, and you don't stick with it, and you do a lot of like on again, off again stuff, then when you're on again, like, don't expect them to just like hop on and be like super supportive.
You confuse the male species. Okay?
Yes. They just don't believe it. So that was tip number one. If you missed that last week, was that they just think this is just another one of your little phases that you're going through, and that, if they just wait it out long enough, you're going to be back to normal and eating however and sitting on the couch and doing whatever. So the next reason why. So now he's going to tell us another reason why.
The next reason is we need clear, concise direction. Typically, if you're doing something that has a certain amount of days in front of it, we know mentally it triggers something in our head versus like a lifestyle change. So when Tequila said we are doing, like, we do
Kiki. My real name is Tequila.
Sorry. Saboteur again, back at work.
There's another little tidbit about me.
Kiki said if it fits your macros, right? So that's basically, we track our stuff on MyFitnessPal, and we're doing, tracking our macros basically. And we've been doing this for many years now. So I knew that it was a lifestyle. It wasn't some type of fix, cleanse, etc.
Yeah, like, I had to live it out for a long time. Like Omar was just saying, like, how he like he drug his wife through like paleo and carb cycling and keto.
Oh yeah,
and everything.
right. So that, like, when I know it's temporary, and if we know it's temporary, then we're probably not going to get on board. And if we do get on board, then, like I said, back to what we need. We need clear, concise directions. And what I mean by that, like, if you say, look, I'm eating chicken, like, okay, is it chicken breast? Is it chicken breast and like whatever, broccoli? I don't know.
Yeah, well, and sometimes too, like, ladies, like, if we take over because we're the ones that are doing it, so they don't understand how it all comes together if you're not there. So you get upset, like maybe when they stop by the store, like maybe you say, like, stop at the store and get whatever, this, XYZ, and then they come home with some extras and you're upset. but they don't clearly know what it is that you want or what's considered like approved to you, because maybe you're the one that always does everything. So then they bring home little things that maybe you loved before, and they're like, what's the problem? Like, you always like this, so you have to like spell it out.
Spell it out. And I mean, we're just not mind readers, so we need to know, okay, are we talking chicken? And when you say chicken, are you talking about like chicken breast, lean chicken breast? Or are you talking about like fried chicken from like Hardee's or Carl's Jr.? You know, or if you're talking about like, hey, I need something with high protein. Okay, so I go like get, if I go to the store and I get like beef jerky, right? Typically it's higher in protein and stuff like that. But it's like, or like a beef stick, you know, like they're not the same. Like a beef and cheese stick that you get from the convenience store, and you get beef jerky. Like one is super high in fat and crap, and the other is really lean. So
like I had to not show him, but like teach him how to read the labels. Like, this is exactly what I'm looking for.
Right. She
if
says
you're picking up a package.
For years you said like I need a protein bar, right? So I would go and I would buy.
Oh no, I would say protein. I would say like, I need protein, and he would bring home something like, you know,
like a Detour bar that has like 450 calories. It has like, 11 grams of protein, and it's disgusting. And she's like, I'm not eating that.
Because
and
he's
I'm
like, look,
well,
it has 50 grams of protein. I'm like, it has 70 grams of sugar.
So you just need to be specific. Like, I need a Quest bar, right? Because it's decent in calories, it's great in protein, and it's high in fiber. I need a Quest bar or something like that. So just be very specific.
Yeah, I gave him the specifics of protein and fiber. Like, this is what I needed to fit into like this exact ratio. They mean so well. Exactly. And that's why, like, they're fixers. They like to fix things for us. So like, if I give him like, this is the equation that it needs to fit within, then it made it so much easier for him to make choices if I'm not there.